Hello, I'm Marie a spiritual healer and author of this book, The Healing of the £1 Baby. I would like to explain today some more about psychic surgery. Psychic surgery is literally healing with the mind. Whether it's events, physical illness, pains, aches and pains, it can all be healed, removed with the mind. Let me explain. Our thoughts, events, our organs, absolutely everything vibrates. It's energy and it vibrates. Events that happen in our lives get our thinking, our minds to think more negatively and don't think very positively. And depending on which event it is, it will block and slow down the energy in specific energy points. You can find all about that. There's a whole chapter devoted to that in my book, The Healing of the £1 Baby. So when that energy point slows down because of events that have happened, eventually, if it's not healed, certain illnesses will occur. So that means it's created by the mind, so it can also be healed by the mind. Psychic surgery is incredibly strong, very powerful. You just have to trust and believe that it works. It's all about the intention to get better. That's simply what it is. The second you have the intention that you want to feel better, that you want the illness or the bad feelings to go away, then you're on the way up, and you remove it with psychic surgery and it will work 200%. So you do the healing, you trust, and you let go. The universe does the rest. We have the enormously powerful, beautiful universe in us. Each one of us has, and we have to trust on that. So we can all do it. It's very easy, very straightforward. I don't ever want to hear, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can. We can all do it. So as I said, if you want to know more about which events slow the energy down in which certain energy points and which physical illnesses can occur as a result, you can find in detail in my book, The Healing of the £1 Baby, for sale on Amazon, written by me, Marie Delanota. That will give you more insight. To give you an example, I had my fourth child extremely premature, 16 weeks early, weighing just over £1. That was caused by an infection. Infections, indeed, are a result of certain energy points that are not working very well anymore. Infections occur when the emotional stress has become too high. In my case, my emotional stress to do with communication, I thought I couldn't tell my husband what I was thinking, what I wanted. I bottled it all up, and as a result, I got myself ill. And because of that, I got my baby ill, because then that's energy that goes, as family circles, goes from mother to child to child to child, and it keeps going until someone stops it. That's a whole other story, and that will be fully explained in my next book. Now this one, psychic surgery. By example, a bacteria. The first thing you do is you say the first name of the person you're working on. If it's yourself, you don't need to say the name, you're there, you work on yourself. All the power and the energy of a person is in the first name. So you say the first name, and then, by example, bacteria, you know it's something in the blood, so you will go and use imaginary suction pipes. I'm just giving an example. So you imagine seeing all little creatures in blood, and then you put an imaginary suction pipe through the body. It's very often you don't even see the body, you just see what needs to be healed, and you suck out all the little creatures until they're all gone, and then you give it to the universe and the angelic beings that will pop up, they always do, and they go and transmute it. When all the little creatures are gone, you see how healthy, beautifully red that blood is flowing, and when you're happy with it, it all feels good. You do an imaginary, or you do it for real, a hand movement between yourself and the person you've been working on, vertical from up to down, to separate your energy system, and then you trust that it's done. I've done it with my daughter. She started with bacteria, the doctors were worried she was getting ill. I did the work straight away. They brought her blood to the lab. Nothing was ever found, and she was better. 1 day, 2 days, 1.5 days later, She perked up again and she was absolutely fine. That's the power of the mind. That's what we can do. Now, of course, there's always free will, where if the person doesn't want to accept it, then there's absolutely nothing you can do. You have to respect that. To give another example, I had it about myself, because I can prove how well it works. I had a tiny little white growth on my eyelids, and I had it for several months, and it just didn't go. And when I was like, well, let's just use psychic surgery. So I imaginary cut away the growth on my eyelids. So I imagined with a very fine sharp knife that I cut it off, and then I did with a very sharp little bit of string that I closed off the blood supply, and I could literally see it go black in my mind until it fell off. And then I gave the universe to transmute. Then I just imagined recoloring my eyelid so it was beautifully fixed, and I let it go. 2 days later, I woke up and the little white growth was gone. It's gone and it hasn't come back. So it's incredible. It does work. It's the same if you would be working on yourself or someone else to do with growth in organs. Once you have removed it, using knives, using hoovers even, whatever it is that works, that comes up in your mind, use it. You can fill it up with green colour, a beautiful green colour. Why? Green healing colour, I've just said it, is a healing colour. So then, even when you stop doing the thing and you let it go, it keeps working to make sure it's all being healed. So you fill it up. Sometimes you will then see maybe around it that you see unhealthy specks of energy. Use your hoover and suck it all up and suck it away and see how it all goes in the universe for them to transmute. And then you let it go. Colds. Kids have colds, or you have a cold yourself. Imagine you suck the nose empty and the throat or wherever it hurts. Now, what is very useful as well, and then again, you can find the chakra that is related to the illness in my book, The Healing of the £1 Baby. It's written very, it's all very well explained. That you also heal on the related energy points. For example, if it's colds or throat pain, then it's to do with the energy that has slowed down in the throat chakra. For example, you just clean it all, you imagine did the psychic surgery on the throat, on the nose, and then you will go and literally like imaginary cut a hole in the throat and pull everything out that doesn't need to be in there. Then I'm talking about energies that has caused the cold, the throat problems. So you imagine it all coming out. Now, very often, the more you do it, the more specific things you will start to see. Practice, makes you being able to do it better. If you see babies coming out, then normally that means that's then maybe around the sacral chakra in the belly more. It's abortions, miscarriage, unborn babies, but also events that happened in childhood. So that can give what you see come out of the energy point can give you more information about why the energy point got blocked, and so why then eventually the illness has occurred. So that's very interesting. You see snakes, that's fear. It's related to fear, certain fears that have happened which cause the energy point to block and eventually give physical illness. Slime are very old, very often past life experiences and undigested energies. Rocks are stubborn unforgiveness. So the more you do it, the more you will get used to, the more things you'll see. You see it like here in your mind or outside your mind, but not with your physical eyes. And it will give you more information. So I find it very important that you don't just go and heal on or whatever it is that has physically occurred, but also on the related chakra. And you can find all that information in my book, The Healing of the £1 Baby. So first step is you say the name of the person you're working on. Second step, you remove it imaginary, so you work on it, and then you let it go, and you trust. Just trust the universe, trust the stuff you've done. What else can I say? I think I'm pretty much done, and I have explained how it works. I wish you all the best. Don't give up. Keep trying. It works incredibly well. You want to know more about how it's done, because I've done it on my daughter, 1 pound daughter who's now nearly 3, and it's absolutely fabulously healthy. You can read more in my book, The Healing of the 1 Pound Baby, for sale on Amazon. Thank you.